Well, we are almost halfway into this year's legislative session.
That's right. Our Jane Davenport shares what Senate President Robert Stivers thinks about the topics of discussion among legislators.
Collegiality is high, tensions are low.
Senate President Robert Stivers covered many topics that have been popular during the legislative session this year, starting with the budget and his thoughts on universal preschool.
I'm not a universal pre-K, but very much in favor of creating a good structure and foundation for access to child care.
In addition to child care, he also mentioned they are going to sit down with the governor's office this week to discuss the House's proposed budget and the governor's proposed budget.
I think later this week, maybe Thursday or Friday, I'm not exactly sure, we're going to sit down with the governor's office and kind of get their take on it. And then we may come up with a totally different document.
Stivers also taking a hit at Governor Beshear's campaign promise, lowering taxes in the Commonwealth.
Conceptually, we are in agreement with the House. We always find it intriguing that the governor campaigned on how he was supportive of tax decreases, but doesn't create a budget that allows us to have more tax decreases.
The discussion then moved to the Department of Juvenile Justice in their recent performance report. The Senate president mentioning they gave the DJJ $140 million after the department had asked for $130 million.
You've told us what you need. We gave you more than what you asked, but you still haven't been able to put water on the dumpster fire.
We also talked about Whitney Westerfield's recent introduction of the Crisis Aversion Rights and Retention Bill, which would allow the court to temporarily take away firearms from people who might be at risk of hurting themselves or others. Stivers says it has support from several Republicans and several Democrats.
It has created a lot of discussion. What the likelihood of it passing probably has more support than it ever has.
Lastly, abortion rights have been a controversial topic during the legislative session. Senate President Stivers shared his opinion.
The one thing I think everybody agrees upon, if there is a young lady, woman, that has any of these criminal acts perpetrated on them, those individuals need to be dealt with quickly and harshly.
Stivers ending the discussion saying even though it is early days, he thinks the legislative session is going well. Reporting in Lexington, Jane Davenport, ABC 36 News.